and welcome to another Jen's Jumpstart video. I'm designer Jen Gallacher, and today I'm using a brand new stamp set from Cartabella Paper. It is a nautical themed set from their collection Ahoy there, and we're going to create a tag. The first thing that I did was I cut a small piece of cardstock. I'm going to be using the smooth side. It is from American Crafts, and using this Viscar's corner rounder, I'm going to round all four corners. So we're going to create a rounded corner tag. And then we're going to be doing some layering today. And to do that, you're going to need a couple of different stamp colors. Baja Breeze, Blue Bayou, Real Red, as well as Crumb Cake. And these are all from Stampin' Up. You'll also need an acrylic block that will fit the size of the stamp you're going to use. I'm going to peel off this coral, and I'm going to start with the Baja Breeze. And this is a very light blue. Now you'll notice that these stamps are a little bit porous in the image, meaning you can stamp and see behind the image. So we'll stamp the coral first. You can see it's just a very soft blue. To clean up the stamp, you can use either some stamp cleaning spray, or I'm just going to use a wet wipe, just a clean it off, and then I can place it back onto the stamp set. On top of the coral, I'm going to layer this anchor, and I'm going to use the Blue Bayou to stamp this image. So we'll ink up the stamp, and then we're going to press that right on top. So we're just creating some layering. And it's okay with me that you can see the coral behind the anchor. That is the exact effect that I'd want to get. Again, clean your stamp before placing it back onto the stamping plastic. The final stamping piece I'm going to do is I'm going to use the crab. And I'm going to use the red to stamp the crab. This up, and then I'm going to use a second sheet of that white cardstock, and we can stamp anywhere on here because I'm going to fussy cut it. So you can see it's a nice rich red. So then using my scissors, I'm going to cut around it, and I already did that so we could save some time, but you can see that I have just cut right around the image. Now just using a glue dot, a small one, I will be able to layer that on top. Before I do that, however, I want to add the sentiment. If I layer the crab first and then do the sentiment, it creates a little bit of a raised area that makes it hard to get a clean stamp with the sentiment. So let's go ahead and do the sentiment first. Again, I'm using the Crumb Cake stamp pad. It's a nice tan. It's a great color for use with craft cardstock. So on this particular block, I'll put on this white cardstock so that you can see it. There is a little line at the bottom, and I use that to align the sentiments that I have or to get straight stamps. So I'm just aligning the phrase right along that bottom line. Now you can also get a grid stamp that has the grid all throughout the entire part of the block, but I'm just using one that has one line. So we'll center the sentiment. It says, "Hello there, sunshine." And that gives a nice craft effect. Now we can add the crab back onto the tag. So again, just a few glue dots or whatever adhesive you like. And we'll add that to the top there. Now I want to bring in some craft elements. So I'm going to take a 3/4 inch circle punch, and I'm going to punch a circle. And then I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive right at the top of this tag. Make sure it's centered on the back. And then we'll use straight scissors and just trim off the excess piece. Then you'll need a hole punch that is fairly small, probably about 1/16 of an inch is my guess. But it's just a very small. So that creates the basis for the tag. Across the bottom of the tag, I wanted to add a little bit more craft cardstock. So I simply cut a thin strip from that same sheet of cardstock, and I'm going to place it right across that bottom edge. And then I can use my scissors to trim off the extra. And you'll notice that I'm letting it overlap the tag just a little bit. So there is the tag, and I have used several different layers of stamping. From here we can attach the tag directly to anything. It can be a gift, a card, something for neighbors, and I'll show you what I'm going to attach it to. So to see how to finish off the candle, I'm just using a little mini candle already in a glass. I actually got this from the dollar store. And here is a completed tag. Notice that I'm showing you one with a different sentiment because I want to show you that the particular stamp set for Cartabella that goes with this particular collection includes more than one sentiment, so you can do a bunch. So to finish it off, tie a knot in the first layer of the ribbon and then use the hole in the tag to thread it onto the tag, and then add a bow and tie into a knot, and then you can adjust the bow till you get it exactly the way you want and trim it off. So here you have the tag. It's attached to a mini candle. It makes a great neighbor gift. If you're looking for additional videos from me, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel as I update it regularly.